When we think of wilderness survival, our minds often jump to images of battling freezing temperatures, howling winds, and blizzards that blanket the landscape in white. We picture ourselves bracing against the cold, bundled up and fighting to stay warm as snow swirls around us. But the real danger lurking out there isn't just the cold itself. It's the deadly combination of cold and water. This pairing is far more treacherous than most people realize, and it can catch even experienced adventurers off guard. Wet clothing is a silent, underestimated killer. It clings to your skin, drawing precious heat away from your body with every passing minute. It doesn't take Arctic conditions to become deadly. Even mild weather can turn dangerous if you get soaked. Hypothermia can set in surprisingly fast, especially when your body is wet and exposed to wind or dropping temperatures. Water destroys your clothing's ability to insulate, turning protective layers into heat-sapping sponges. What once kept you warm now accelerates heat loss, making it nearly impossible to maintain your core temperature. Many survival stories start not with a blizzard, but with a rain shower, a sudden downpour that soaks you to the bone before you can react. Or maybe it's a slip into a stream, a misstep that leaves your boots and pants drenched in icy water. Even sweat from a tough hike can be just as dangerous, soaking your clothes from the inside out and chilling you as soon as you stop moving. The key to survival isn't just staying warm, it's staying dry. Dryness is your first line of defense against the cold, and it's often overlooked until it's too late. Moisture management should be your top priority, not just checking the thermometer. Always be aware of how wet your clothes are, and take action before you start to feel chilled. A dry set of clothes is more valuable than the thickest jacket if that jacket is wet. Dry layers trap heat, while wet ones steal it away. The difference between survival and disaster often comes down to how well you keep yourself dry. Always have a plan to get dry and protect your spare clothes from getting wet. Remember, in the wild, water is a relentless foe that can turn a minor mishap into a life or death struggle. Respect it, prepare for it, and never underestimate the power of staying dry. Your clothing keeps you warm by trapping air, not by the material itself. Layers work by creating pockets of still air, which your body heats up. This is your real insulation. Materials like down or fleece are prized for their ability to trap air, but all of this fails when water gets in. Wet clothes lose their insulating air pockets, and water conducts heat away from your body up to 25 times faster than air. Suddenly, your clothes are working against you, accelerating heat loss. No matter how advanced your jacket is, if it's soaked, it won't keep you warm. Air insulates, water conducts. Protect that trapped air at all costs. This is the foundation of staying safe and warm outdoors. Once your clothes are wet, heat loss accelerates dramatically. Water in your clothing conducts heat away from your body, forcing you to burn energy just to stay warm. Evaporation makes things worse. Every drop that dries pulls more heat from your skin. Even in cool, not freezing temperatures, wet clothes can lead to hypothermia. Your body loses heat as if you were submerged in cold water, not just standing in cool air. Every minute in wet clothing drains your energy and weakens your ability to think and act. This isn't just discomfort, it's a critical threat to your survival. Address wetness immediately. Don't wait until you're shivering and exhausted. Staying dry is an act of self-preservation. Hypothermia doesn't just happen in snowstorms. It often strikes in cool, wet weather between 2 and 10 degrees Celsius. These are the kinds of days when you might not even think twice about heading outside, believing the conditions are safe and manageable. But in reality, this is when the risk can be at its highest, precisely because it doesn't feel threatening. Mild temperatures can be deceptive. People underestimate the risk and fail to stay dry. When the air feels just a little chilly and the rain is only a drizzle, It's easy to skip proper rain gear or extra layers, thinking you'll be fine, but that's exactly when trouble can start. Imagine hiking in a light rain at 12 degrees Celsius. The air feels fresh and you might even enjoy the coolness at first, but as the drizzle continues, your clothes slowly become damp and your body starts to lose heat much faster than you realize. Your cotton shirt gets soaked and suddenly you're shivering. Even a slight breeze can make you feel much colder, and your body struggles to keep warm as the moisture pulls heat away from your skin. Cotton absorbs water and loses all insulation, turning into a cold, heavy sponge. Unlike wool or synthetic fabrics, cotton offers no warmth when wet, making it a dangerous choice for outdoor adventures in unpredictable weather. Cotton kills is a saying for a reason. It's a warning passed down by experienced hikers and outdoor guides because so many accidents have started with the simple mistake of wearing the wrong clothing. Many hypothermia cases start on days that don't feel dangerously cold. People are caught off guard thinking the mild weather means there's no real threat, and they let their guard down. The danger is psychological too. People delay action, thinking they'll warm up soon. They might keep hiking, hoping the rain will stop or the sun will come out, instead of stopping to change or seek shelter. But every minute in wet clothes saps your energy and clouds your judgment. Your body works harder to stay warm, draining your strength and making it harder to think clearly or make good decisions. By the time you realize you're in trouble, it may be too late to act. Hypothermia can set in quickly, and once your core temperature drops, it becomes much harder to recover without help. Mild weather creates a false sense of security. Don't let it fool you. Always be prepared. Dress in layers that keep you dry, and respect the hidden dangers of cool, wet days outdoors. Moisture in the wild comes from rain immersion and your own sweat. Rain and drizzle can soak you slowly, even if it's not pouring. A waterproof, breathable shell is your first defense. Put it on before you get wet. Immersion, like falling into a river or crossing streams, can saturate your clothes instantly. Even a wet foot can lead to blisters and rapid heat loss. Sweat is the hidden danger. Strenuous activity can drench your base layers from the inside. When you stop moving, that sweat chills you fast. Manage sweat by adjusting layers before you overheat, and choose moisture-wicking fabrics like merino wool or synthetics. Experienced outdoors people regulate their temperature and avoid cotton. Staying dry means managing both external water and your own perspiration. Wind is water's deadly partner. When you're out in the wild, these two elements can turn a simple hike into a dangerous ordeal in a matter of minutes. Together they create the wind-chill effect, which can strip away your body heat in minutes. Even if the air temperature seems mild, the combination of wet clothing and strong wind can make it feel brutally cold. Wind blows away the thin layer of warm air around you, and when you're wet, this effect is multiplied. Your body loses heat much faster than you might expect, leaving you vulnerable to hypothermia. Evaporation speeds up, pulling even more heat from your body. As water evaporates from your skin and clothes, it draws warmth away, making you colder with every passing moment. A rainy, windy day at 15 degrees Celsius can feel like freezing if you're wet and exposed. What seems like a tolerable temperature can quickly become life-threatening in these conditions. Your body burns through energy trying to stay warm, but you can't win this battle for long. Shivering is your body's last defense, but it's not enough if you stay wet and exposed. Finding shelter from the wind is as important as staying dry. Even a small barrier can make a huge difference in how much heat you lose. Get behind rocks, trees, or build a simple windbreak, anything to cut the wind. Use your environment creatively to protect yourself from the elements. A waterproof, windproof shell helps, but smart decisions matter most. Gear is important, but knowing when to seek shelter or change your route can save your life. Escape the wind and wet as soon as possible to slow heat loss. In the wild, your survival often depends on how quickly you react to changing weather, so always respect the power of wind and water. In the wild, staying dry is survival rule number one. Moisture management is more important than the thickest jacket or extra food. Experienced survivors act early, putting on shells before rain, delayering before sweating, and protecting gear in waterproof bags. They avoid unnecessary river crossings and always keep a dry set of clothes for emergencies. Wet clothing turns insulation into a heat thief, leading to hypothermia even in mild weather. The first signs, shivering, clumsy hands, poor decisions, can sneak up fast. Respect water in all its forms: rain, rivers, sweat. Protect your insulating layers and keep your gear dry. In survival, staying dry is staying alive. Make it your top priority every time you venture into the wild.